All right, today we are going to paint our clay hearts. They have turned to a different material. They're no longer clay. We can't smooth them out or do anything to change the shape, but we can add color. We're going to use this special kind of tempera cake with some small paintbrushes. You have to have water to make it activate, to make it work. Keep your paintbrush happy. Just tickle the paint. And then once you have a little bit of paint on your brush, you can start painting the surface of your clay heart. Now the clay, or the water from the paint, will kind of soak in very, very quickly. So it won't take very long to dry. You might have to do a couple layers to make it a little bit of a darker color. And once you have one layer on, it'll pretty much dry completely. If you don't have enough water, you just have to dip your brush into the water, add a little bit more water to soak in to the clay. And then once you need to switch to a different color, make sure you rinse out your brush. You can always put another color on top if you'd like to add some more designs. This blue is pretty dark, so I might not be able to see too many designs, but maybe I want to do another part a different color. I can do this little S a different color. And since I'm using a really small paintbrush, it's pretty easy to get good details for your heart. Oops. If I go too fast, sometimes I get the paint in a place that I don't want it to be. So make sure that you go slowly. You can sometimes use the tip of your paintbrush to get in some of those cracks. Make sure all those cracks are painted in. And again, if you want it to be a little bit darker, sometimes just adding another color or another layer on top of what you've already painted will help to make it a darker purple. All right, now let's say I want to have a few little interesting designs on top of this with a different color. It's already pretty dry. I'm going to add a little bit of black and just make some little dots on top. That's kind of an interesting design. Dots are kind of an easy way to add interest without being too difficult, but I am using just the very tip of my brush, not pushing too hard. And then when you're completely finished, I'm going to have you come over to a station to put a clear coat on top of it to make it a little bit shiny, and then you can get another activity to work on.